Emma lived in a small town by the sea. One morning, while walking along the beach, she found a shiny metal key half buried in the sand. She picked it up and turned it over in her hand. The key was old and ornate, with a delicate pattern of vines and leaves on its handle. Emma felt curious. Where did the key come from? What door did it open? She placed it in her pocket and continued her walk. As she passed the old lighthouse on the cliff, she noticed a tiny door at its base, one she had never seen before. She knelt down, looked at the key, and held it up to the door's lock. It fit perfectly. With a soft click, the door opened. Inside was a circular staircase, winding down into darkness. Emma hesitated, then took a deep breath and stepped inside. At the bottom of the stairs, Emma found a small room filled with old maps, a single glowing lantern, and a wooden chest. The chest was locked, and beside it lay a note. For the finder of the key, open when you are brave. Her heart raced. Emma inserted the key into the chest's lock. The lid creaked open. Inside, she found a beautiful silver compass and a folded map showing a route through the town into nearby woods. The compass needle spun a full circle, then settled, pointing north. She looked up at the note again and whispered, "Time for an adventure." With the compass in her hand, Emma climbed back up the stairs, stepped out into the daylight, and walked toward the woods, ready for what lay ahead. Emma followed the map's path toward the forest. Birds sang high above, and the wind whispered through the leaves. Every step she took felt exciting and new. The compass needle began to shake and spin again. Then it stopped, pointing straight toward a tall oak tree. Emma walked to the oak tree and looked closely. On its bark, she saw a strange carving, the same leaf pattern as her key. She pressed the key gently against the mark. The ground trembled softly, and part of the tree opened like a door. Inside the tree, there was a tiny wooden staircase leading downward. Emma stepped inside carefully, holding her compass like a light. At the bottom, she found another room, small and round, with glowing roots along the walls. In the center stood a stone table with an ancient book resting on it. Emma brushed the dust from the cover. It read, "The Guardians of the Woods." She opened the book and saw drawings of animals, deer, foxes, owls, each with a small golden key beside them. Then a faint voice whispered, "You found one of the keys. Protect the forest and it will guide you." Emma nodded slowly. She finally understood her adventure had a purpose. Emma closed the book and placed the key beside it. A tiny spark rose from the key and floated into the air, turning into a firefly. Hundreds of other fireflies lit up the chamber, dancing in circles. The compass needle turned again, this time pointing deeper into the forest. Emma smiled. The journey was not over yet. Emma followed the compass deeper into the forest. The trees grew taller, and the air turned cool and quiet. She could hear the gentle sound of running water far away. The compass needle glowed brighter as she walked closer. Soon she reached a wide, shining lake hidden among the trees. The lake surface was perfectly still, like a mirror. When Emma looked down, she didn't see her reflection. Instead, she saw a shining image of the same key, floating deep under the water. A soft voice whispered from the lake, "The second guardian awaits." Emma took a deep breath and stepped into the water. The water felt warm and light, almost like air. She could breathe easily and move gracefully. Fish made of light swam past her, leaving bright trails behind. At the lake's center, she saw a huge crystal resting on a rock. Inside the crystal was a silver leaf, just like the design on her key. As Emma touched the crystal, the water around her began to swirl. A great silver fish appeared, glowing with the same leaf pattern. It spoke in a deep, calm voice. "You carry the key of courage." Emma bowed her head respectfully. The fish opened its mouth and released a bubble that carried a small silver ring. Emma reached out and took the silver ring. Instantly, she rose upward, back toward the light above. She broke through the surface of the lake, gasping softly. The compass floated beside her, spinning once before pointing west. Emma smiled. Her next journey had just begun.